Z. This is Dayspring with Power of X-Men.
This is Sailor Tortilla.
This is Miracle from Magical Melody.
This is Brooke with the Sailor Moon Fan Network, and you're tuned into Double Moonlight Justice
with Z and Grayson.
Hey Z.
Hello.
How you feeling?
I feel great. I feel so great.
Did I sound sad in the intro from the last episode? Because I was like,
you did. You sounded very like, I don't want to say going through the motions, but like you just like, yeah, I'm Grayson. Z couldn't join us, unfortunately. I was like, oh. but then you got more peppy close to the end, so I got really happy. Like, good, he's happy, wonderful. That's what I like.
Yeah, because. Yeah, I told Jay that I wasn't going to do the intro because you weren't here. So I was like, I'll just record the intro by myself. And so after he got off, I was like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and record that. And I was recording it, and I was like, this is not the same without you.
Aww.
I said, it sounds so sad.
It sounds so empty. It sounds so empty.
Oh, God.
You could tell I'm very ecstatic to talk about this show. I was talking about it with Lucero last night, like, oh, this is going to help me get my thoughts in order, because I have so much to say. And she got to go see the show in LA, so like we finally got to chat about it a little bit.
All the get to know you questions.
Gotcha.
Like 4 or 5 questions of just, who's your favorite senshi? Who's your favorite villain?
Who's your favorite this and that?
Alright.
Do I sound clear? Like, is the audio on your end? Do I sound goofy?
It's amazing.
Oh, fantastic. I want to make sure nothing cuts out and that I'm heard.
So my name is Z and I have something to say.
Literally, I have something to say. I can give my thoughts on this conversation we've been having for the past few months now. I got some feelings that I'm ready to share.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You ready? It's like, I'm born ready.
Born ready.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Moonlight Justice.
Hey Sailor Guardians, it is August 9th and you are tuned into Double Moonlight Justice. Moonlight Justice is a fan podcast dedicated to the hit anime manga franchise Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon. I'm your host Grayson.
And I am your host Z.
Here on Moonlight Justice, we adhere to the Power of 3. The Power of 3 are principles we abide by as your Sailor hosts. 1. Practice controversy with civility. We will respectfully discuss our thoughts and opinions without a feeling of judgment. 2. Things can always be discussed constructively and positively. And 3. We will not engage in racism, xenophobia, phobias, or triggers. However, these topics might be addressed in correlation with our discussions, and we'll be sure to provide you with a disclaimer beforehand. Our next few episodes of Moonlight Justice will be dedicated to the North American Sailor Moon The Super Life Tour. We are very excited about this series because Sailor Moon The Super Life is the first instance of a full Sailor Moon musical stage show in America. Sailor Moon The Super Life allows us to connect with you, our Sailor Guardians, and discuss this amazing experience. We have some great guests lined up for you to talk about Sailor Moon The Super Life. If you want to speak with Z and me or submit a pre-recorded Q&A, please email us at moonlightjusticepodcast@gmail.com or DM either of us on Instagram. Today is an impromptu bonus episode in which we get to interview Z, who finally got to experience the official recording of Sailor Moon The Super Live on YouTube. Yay!
Y'all, I got so giddy. So giddy.
So before we jump into today's topic, how are you feeling?
I feel phenomenal. I feel great. feel 100%. Like genuinely, I do. I'm very happy.
Yes. So last episode you were not able to join us because you weren't feeling well. So I definitely wanted to make sure you're feeling okay today.
Yes, I feel great.
And you have been busy. What have you been up to?
Oh my goodness. So I have been working pretty hard on Christine, the Star Princess dress. It's been like my last build for this year, and I just recently completed the bodice pattern, which has like a scalloped hemline at the bottom. I'm really excited about that, and as I can start moving towards making the fashion layer, getting all that done, eventually I'll be able to get some fabric paint or fabric dye rather to do like the ombre coloring. It's going to be a lot of beads put on this, a lot of boning, but a lot of good progress is being made. A lot of progress is being made.
Well, I too am feeling phenomenal.
I'm so glad.
I'm very excited that we get to record this impromptu episode, because I know when you listened to the last episode, you were like, I'm ready. And I was like, I know you are. I'm available on Saturday. Let's go.
I'm so ready. Oh,
and for me, I have been drawing a lot lately, and I am working on a new story.
Aww.
The ADHD is still real, and I am like super focused on this new story, even though I shouldn't be. Like I was telling Jay, I was like, I don't want to work on a new project, but here we are.
But I'm so here for it though. I like the little drawings that I have seen, and then like the title reveal that you did. Like I'm curious.
Yes, I am really excited. It's really coming together pretty fast. So I'm hoping to maintain that energy as I move forward and all that jazz. But let's go ahead and start talking about Super Live. I'm so excited.
Okay.
So Z, you wrote a lot of these questions because you did not get the opportunity to see Sailor Moon Super Live and in person. And we're pretty bummed about it because while you did get some merch, you did not get to do the show, and we have been doing interviews. And so you took the lead on our talking points because this is a way for you to get some type of feeling of the experience and the show itself. Right. And then lo and behold, Nelke was like, well, we're just going to give you the recorded show on YouTube for the next few days.
For free.
For free.
Both shows, by the way. Like,
right. UK and the US show. So you got to watch both of them. I have not watched the UK show yet, but you have watched both.
Okay.
So your first question is, what was your Super Live experience like?
Oh my goodness. To take a page out of your book, it was magical. It was so magical. Because like I genuinely did not know what to expect, because the Super Live wasn't to be like the previous one. Like it was supposed to have more dialogue, of new songs. So I went in with, I say no expectations just because I didn't know what to expect. Like at best, I'm like, okay, this is the Dark Kingdom arc story. I'm pretty familiar with this. We're just gonna see where they take it. Boy, howdy, they took it to the starry heavens. Good gracious.
Nice little plug in for the song.
Yeah. So it was very magical, and I was just soaking everything up like a sponge. Genuinely, just watching every little moment, every scene, every song, the background dancers. Like, my eyes were just very wide the whole time, being able to take in everything and watch everything and listen to everything too.
Yeah. How many times did you watch it?
Low-key, I'm still rewatching it. I'll say I've watched the UK one a good 3 times. And I'll say for US, it's been 3 times as well. Probably 4, because there's some songs that I go back to just to rewatch because they're that good. And then I end up just completing the whole musical. So I'm like, well, might as well, since I'm already here. So I would say good.
That's really good. I'm so happy for you, because I really want to see this, because it was like, this is right up your alley. And like I was telling Jay, I wasn't just going for me, I was going for Z too.
I understand why now. Like watching it midway, I'm like, this is what G was talking about. Yeah, this is 100% curated for my enjoyment.
So I know that your next talking point was, what what was the first Miyu you ever watched? So you are our Miyu connoisseur, so I know you know this answer really well. So what was the first Miyu you ever watched?
Oh my goodness. It's kind of like a medley, to be so genuinely honest, because at the time of me getting into Sailor Moon, it was the Bandai Muse that was coming up on my feed. So I'm gonna have to say it was most likely Yume Senshi I E. So like the Dead Moon Circus Bandai Muse, because I remember that one coming up the most.
Okay.
I want to say. I'm so horrible with the names, but that one, and then the musical where it covers the Black Moon arc. Those two in particular. But then also at that time, Nel K was coming out with their musicals, so I also saw Laura Conquista at that point in time. So I was kind of seeing both, but I would have to say Yume Senshi I E. That's like one I vividly remember, and then also Laura Conquista as well.
Okay. So you mentioned that this was that Super Live. You knew the Super Live was going to be an iteration of the Dark Kingdom story.
Yes.
So instead of asking you if this was your first live Sailor Moon show, I'm going to ask you which stage show did the Dark Kingdom arc the best for you in your opinion?
Oh my gosh, this is so hard. I think I'm like, my mouth is agape over here. I'm gonna have to say, honestly, the Nogi Mew 2024.
Okay.
Just because that was the first one that like showed, how Beryl actually met her demise. It has all the 4 Heavenly Kings. The staging was really good. The songs were great. Like it just had like a lot of the I guess pivotal storytelling moments per se within the Dark Kingdom from beginning to end.
Yes.
So I that's got to be number 1. But Super Live 2025 is definitely number 2. Easily. Especially with the inclusion of like Sailor V, for example. Like including that. Iko Goskino, like seeing Usagi's mom, like that's never happened on stage before either. Like,
that's right.
Yeah, so that's number 2 for definitely Nogi Me 2024. Like, I would say that's probably one of the better, if not the best ones.
Okay, and another comparison: which Sailor Moon the Super Live did you like best, the UK version or the US version?
I knew this question was coming. Because I feel like they both have their strengths.
Right.
They really do. But I think I gotta say Team UK.
What?
Yeah, I have to say Team UK. I feel like the recording for Team US, I feel like, I don't want to say it was on a bad day, but I feel like all of their vocals are typically a lot stronger. And I want to say that was like closer to the end of like the whole tour, so maybe they had like an off day when it came to that particular recording.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Like they sound great, but I just feel like there's some scenes that like it could have been elevated a little bit more. But I still loved it regardless. But I really, and maybe it's because I watched the UK first, so I'm gonna have a little bias towards that naturally. But I thought they were fun. I thought it was great. So I'm gonna say Team UK.
I for sure thought you were gonna say Team US because of the cast.
It was an almost. It was a big almost, especially hearing like "You're My Universe" like through their voices. I'm like, okay, I'm most familiar with this particular cast. They've sung this song before. They've done this song, dance number, what have you. They have Riona Tatemichi, who we'll definitely go into. But I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm going to say UK. But they both have their strengths, and there's elements from both that I really, really like, even if I have a preference over one over the other.
I'm not surprised, honestly, because that tends to happen, because even when we watched the Nogi Miyu and you watch one team and I watched the other, but we watched both of them. But we always end up preferring the one we saw first.
Right.
So I'm not surprised, but I'm not surprised, but I am surprised because I was like, that's the Kaguya cast right there.
Yes. And they were great. Like, they were so good.
So, what was your favorite song? So we talked to Jay we talked to Jay last episode, and
Yes.
We Are Sailor Guardians is still. I have been listening to that all week. When
Seriously?
he was able to give me the plug and got me a little something to listen to. And I have been stuck on that song. And for me, it's hard to listen to because there's a lot of cheering. Like he was saying, like there's a lot of cheering throughout the entire show. And I really just want to hear it sing. So I'm literally hearing the music through all the cheers and stuff like that. But it was like, it just took me back. It made me emotional because I was like, oh my gosh, I was there. I remember what it was like.
Right.
So the song is, I still get chills listening to that song. So I need to know, aside from Starry Heavens and You're My Universe, because that just goes without saying.
Okay.
Was there a favorite song that you liked from the Super Live?
I have a few outside of all of them. But I think the main one, because this is the one that I genuinely, like, I have screen recordings of this particular song on my phone because I like it that much. Tekika Tobitoka, which is like Mamoru's first song within the musical.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but it's so good. So
it's
good.
Mamoru.
I guess because, like,
it's right up your alley.
Exactly. I think it's pretty rare. I'm gonna put air quotations around rare to get like a specifically a Mamoru song, but then on top of that, it being like a song of reflection. Like, I think that was just a really good spot to put a song for him to kind of contemplate who he is and his identity.
Okay.
Like that one, chef's kiss.
Okay,
And then just
so
like the
before you jump into that,
okay.
did you like the UK Mamoru or the US Mamoru version of the song? Because we love Rihanna.
We do, and I was really intrigued to hear her interpretation of the song. So, fun fact: the song is in different keys for both performances. Yeah, because in the UK, Sufa's version, I think Sufa is who plays Mamoru within the show. Her key is like an octave higher, or like it's a higher key because it's like da 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 da. But Riona's is da 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 da. Like, okay, they sang it in different keys. That's interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes it even harder to make a choice then.
Right? I think, oh goodness, I love them both. It's so hard to pick because I think Sufa's version, I hope I'm saying her name right, I feel like her Mamoru was much more reserved. Like, a lot of the mannerisms were really soft and reflective, while Riona to me came off as like someone who's like actively, assertively seeking out these answers, like avidly questioning, and was very passionate about it. So I think they both showed like sides of Mamoru that I could see him, I guess, deliberating over, debilitating over. I'm gonna give it. Oh goodness. I can't pick. Like, I want to say Riona genuinely because I love her performance with that song, and there's a little dance moment that happens. I'm like, oh, of course she would do this. Like, that was so smooth and just so effortless. But they both make, because I've been comparing these two, ironically, they both make movements and differences and choices with their hand gestures, with how they go to Usagi. And I think it's on purpose. I personally think it's on purpose, but I like the choices that each of them make respectively. But I'm gonna say Rihanna. Just to not make my answer more complicated, I'm gonna say Rihanna. But I genuinely do love both because they both bring like a different, I guess, interpretation of Mamoru to the table.
Okay.
But I love that song. That's one of them.
Okay, what else? What else do you love?
Here's the list. Unmei no Nakama, which is like the song that's sung before Mamoru's song. It's like the Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. I guess I'm a big fan of reflection songs. I like them singing a song where they're like talking about who they are or who they're going to be, as like Usagi's fading out and like, oh well, like I can't make mist or fire or lightning, but like I want to talk about how I can like contribute to them somehow because I love them. And then they're singing about basically how they want to do the same for her. Like, it's so good. And then the staging of that song is so good. Like I could see them all just like standing outside, looking at the starry sky, and like a shooting star goes by, like it whizzes by, because they're really like thinking about this and pondering like who they are and like their identities and their purpose. Like, and the vocals for the UK are just so good. I love them both, but I love how the UK sings that song real bad, real bad, real bad. But that's another one. And then Burn Up the Dance Floor, which I think is Queen Barrel's song. That one's really good too. But Marmaru's song takes the cake because I've genuinely been listening to that on repeat.
Okay. So another question is, are any of the UK cast from the previous shows or musicals?
I believe so. I want to say Sailor Mars. I want to say her name is Marisa. She plays Luna, I think.
Yes, Jay did confirm that. Yes, he did tell me.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's the only one that I'm aware of personally. I know she played Luna, and I want to say maybe it's Queen Beryl. I'm going to say that also played another character.
And Sufa was Tuxedo Mask and Shiny Moon Tokyo.
Oh my gosh. No wonder she's familiar. Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering because I was like, I know about the actress that played Luna, so I wasn't sure if the Tuxedo Mask from the Kaguya show was in the UK show because Rihanna is in the US show. So I was like, oh, maybe they. So I was like wondering about that. So we talked about your favorite songs, and that reflection part definitely is on key, on brand for you. Just based off like some of the selections, it's like you have, some of your favorite songs, like I Know Starshine, stuff like that. But it's like some of the ballads are definitely your go-to.
I love it. That's such a good observation because I do love me a good ballad, and I guess I really do typically go for like a lot of the slower songs and the battle songs. So We Are the Guardians. I have a whole talking point on that. Don't worry, because I love that song too. Oh, and I just looked it up, but the Venus for the UK cast, she was also the Diamond cast for Team America. So she's
cool.
in the Super Live before too.
Okay. So I know you said you like, some of the first, like, Sailor V, Kuko Mama showing up in the Super Live. Were there any favorite or standout moments in the Super Live that you liked personally?
Oh my goodness. The use of the stage, i.e. the lights, like the light beam or the light poles that they use. I like how they can use them and they change colors and then they can put them back on stage and still be a part of the full stage. Right. And then also the whole ribbon moment where they're messing with the ribbons, both like the background dancers and the Senshi themselves, and then them making the star with their respective colors. Oh, I thought that was so cool. Like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I know a little bit of choreo.
Right.
And then just the whole screen, like the board in the background. Like, I love how visually stunning that was. Like, I like how they included the manga panels and like the speech bubbles and stuff. Like, it was never a dull moment with that board. And like, I'll say from like a designer perspective, I thought it was beautiful. I've heard the board was really big in person, so everything was pretty legible. But it's so pretty and colorful, and it just fit the tone of the show very, very well, in my opinion.
Okay, I like how you're talking because honestly, it felt like you were really there. Because I was like, I had to like remind myself, like, she watched this on YouTube, like she wasn't there, but it's just like the way you're talking, it's like you were like right there in the audience.
True. Maybe I was. In my mind, in my imaginary mind, I was in the audience. As I sat on my bed with my drink and my water.
Did you wear your shirt?
I did wear my shirt, actually. I did. I wore my shirt.
That is wonderful. So I know you mentioned some stage like aspects, like elements of the Super Live. Was there anything else that you liked about the design, stage, choreography, costuming?
Oh lord. Okay. Okay. So with the stage, I like how simple it is. Like simple can
Yes.
really go a long way, and I like the little town or like the city setup that they have
Yes.
that
Uh-huh.
like juxtaposes with the screen. Because like it'll have some moments where it looks like they're fighting in town. Other moments it just adds a lot of depth. I feel so. I really love that. When it comes to the choreography ate down real bad. Like it was cutesy at times, and then the fight choreo was really great, and I like how it synced with the audio, like with Sailor V's fight, which I loved every little bit of that.
Yes.
So sound design, 10 out of 10. The costuming, of course, I love the costuming. It was cool to see the Kageyami Fukus again, getting some time in the limelight. They're very pretty Fukus. The petticoats
Yes.
were lovely. The skirts were lovely. Jupiter's wig, at least with the with the U.S. show, the bangs looked out of this world, and I loved it. Like they just had more volume in that show. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, at least to me, I'm like, dang, she got some bangs. That's a
okay.
nice wig. Like, that's a really
Where
nice.
can I get that from?
Literally, like, dang, that looks good. Like all the wigs always look good, but like hers just, I don't know why hers would just stand out. But my eyes are like, yep, that's a great wig. By the way, really good
So,
wig.
so as far as keeping in line with the elements, I know that the New York show had a like according to Jay, I think the setup was a little bit different for New
Yes.
York in comparison to the other show. So I know that probably the UK version had like the standard one screen,
Mhm.
and the New York show had like a smaller screen with side screens. So
Yes.
in comparison, which setup did you like more?
I think because I think in the US show, like they have it centered so you don't get to see the side screens, if I remember
Yes.
correctly.
Yeah,
I
so
think I
most of the screens
prefer.
were centered. And when we were in Chicago, there was only one big screen.
Okay.
So I think that was the standard setup. But in New York, because it was smaller, they had a smaller screen and two side screens in New York. So I think everybody else pretty much got the standard one screen, while New York had to get the small screen and the side screens.
I think I kind of prefer the one big screen, just so that
Okay.
way everything's in one spot. But
Right.
I like how they made, like, accessibility makes the way, right? I like that and I love that. How they
Yes.
made, like, little screens so that way, like, if you can't see it in center, at least you got the ones on the side to see how everything's moving and going.
Right.
But I think I prefer the one big screen, so I guess so that way you can just see everything front and center for the most part.
Okay. And I know that we talked about it before, but were there subtitles in both shows for you?
There was, but with how they filmed it, most of it got cut off. I don't want to say most of it got cut off, but like you can see some of it, and then like if they
Gotcha.
do like a close up of a character, they'll be talking and you can't really see the words on the screen. But like
Gotcha.
since it's the Dark Kingdom arc, I kind of got a gist of what they're saying.
Yeah,
Anyways, I know the
it's pretty
story.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope Jay, write it down. Subtitles for the shows. Subtitles for the shows, please.
Please, pretty please, pretty please, and lyrics. Oh my gosh, I need to know the lyrics to that Tetsudo Mask song. I want to cosplay it so bad. I got both the reprise and the original. Because I guess the reprise is more like the Tetsudo Mask song, but I'll say the original is like the popular song. But I want to cosplay it so bad. Like it's that good, y'all. It's that good.
Right. And I love this conversation because I'm still learning from Super Live. Like it's like, if you listen to the last episode, Jay dropped some bombs on me.
Well, you want to hear a fun thing
What's that?
that I noticed?
Huh.
Because I know you like the song "We Are the Sailor Guardians." We are pretty guardians.
Something like that. We know what it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
It's a bop.
It's a whole bop. It's a rhythm. It's a groove and a move.
Right.
Something that I noticed when they're singing the song, and maybe this is just me being too much of a music nerd and loving this show too much, but after they do the little "You're My Universe" excerpt, like they sing that, and then they have like a da 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 da. They sing that. In my mind, I went to the instrumental break for "I Know Starshine" because to me those are the same notes.
Oh. Okay, I could hear that.
So
I'm
gonna make an edit.
To know, like
I'm gonna make an edit so that way I can hear it with my own ears. But like, I feel like if they wanted to, they could medley "I Know Starshine" into that because I think that would be a fun song to really like bring it home with Nelke. If you have a new song for the Super Live, make a reference to the previous musical, and then make another reference to one of the first service numbers and like I guess theme songs for the previous 5-year Nelke run era. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make an edit.
I love that song. I love that song so much.
It's good, and I saw what you meant with the whole like they introduce themselves and they do an attack sequence. Like everything flowed. The visuals when they were doing all that was great too. Like, oh my gosh, this is a good stinking song. And then the stage lights and the poses, like all of it was just great.
That is. Oh, I'm so glad you finally got to see it because I was like, even like when you mentioned like when they did like the star shape with the ribbons. Mm-hmm. Like as much as I try to encapsulate the show for you, it's those little things that you don't get to see or experience that make the difference. So I was like, for me, I was like, I know you're like, no spoilers, but I was just like, even and I guess for me, it's like, and personally, I am very rarely upset about being spoiled about something, unless it's something like very niche, but I think Sailor Moon kind of taught us this because in the 90s anime, they always did the show previews, and the show previews pretty much tell you what's going to happen in the next episode. And even the preview before the episode lets you know what's going to happen in the episode. But seeing it play out is completely different. And the experience is different too. So for me, I was kind of glad that you were still able to experience and still enjoy it, still be surprised. Not you weren't like, oh well, G told me everything already, so I don't need to watch it. Like that wasn't the mentality.
Nope, it was just, I don't know what to expect. Oh, they're making planets. Oh, it's You're My Universe. Like, just wide-eyed and just ready to take it all in. Genuinely.
So now that we know that Sailor Moon the Super Live is possible to do in the United States. And I'm going to make it like in general too, like I was telling Jay, like what would you want to see if Sarah Miyu like returned? Like what would be the next thing with the storyline? I know we talked about it, but it's like a specific storyline, specific cast. Like what would you like to see in a Sarah Miyu stage in the future or in an alternate universe?
That's a good question. I would love, I guess for Super Live, I would love to see them continue the story. But I know they've kind of sort of used it before, or like hinted at it potentially, if I'm not mistaken. But I would love to see them continue the story in this kind of format. Like, I don't want to say abridged because I feel like that's not a good word to describe this, but like you get the gist of the story. You might not get to see everything, but like, I would love to see them do that, especially in this format. Because like, to me, I didn't get to talk about this with the music because I completely forgot about it. But like everything felt like it came out of an anime. Yeah. Like the music, the songs, the dancing, like it was very cute. And I feel like this format could work so well for the different stories. Now maybe when they get to like, you know, Galaxia and all that, maybe the tone could take a shift. But I would love to see them continue to do this and do more stories. And then on top of that, I think it'd be really cool if it got to a point where they did like a fan con or a fan con or like a chronicle type situation where since they've been doing it for a hot minute, they can do another anniversary type thing. And with the fan con and con con, like rather than it being just specific to Japan, maybe they could include Western audiences, like because at that point people will have seen the Muse, they've known the Muse, they've been getting better acquainted with them, with them showing. So like they could have like a legit Sailor Moon concert. Like imagine that. Like there's no, it's just songs. It could be like songs from anime maybe, but they're singing songs from the musicals, and like everybody's got their light sticks going. I think that would be so cool. Like it could build up to like a fan con type situation.
And see, this is why I love talking to you, because now my brain is cogging. My brain is cogging, thinking things. We need an exclusive Sailor Moon con.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I feel like the fandom is big enough to where we are able, like, we have, what was it, the Morphicon, the Power Ranger convention, there's Star Wars conventions. We need a Sailor Moon convention. So, Sailor Victoria, whoever, let's get together.
Yeah, like a specifically Sailor Moon.
Exclusively Sailor Moon con. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't been done yet.
I want to say they do it
started and it hasn't been continued, because is there a MooneyCon or something like that? I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long. But I feel like we have enough creators and a good following to be able to pull something like that off.
It would be so fun.
It would be so cool, and just I can just imagine like the cosplays and everything like that.
Just an array, and then really the panels, and then like the guests that can be invited, like different voice actors and actresses. Yes. And maybe it could get built up to a point where like maybe they could pull like in a more eternal situation where like Anime Matsuri years ago, where they're able to get like people that have been a part of casts over there to come over here and do like Q&As, kind of like what they do with Power Rangers over here sometimes. Like they get some of the seiyuu and the Japanese voice actors and actresses.
I agree, because I think that if we're able to, if people truly see, the number, how massive the fandom is, right. They can bring back Super Live, or even expand on Super Live to where we're getting like a full cast with a full show, not necessarily abbreviate or bridge, but it's just like, expanding, like even if they redid this Super Live and expanded it to where they include the Shinno, like that would be cool to see.
Ooh, oh my goodness. Please, actually. Pretty please, actually. Pretty please.
So you weren't here for the last episode, and Jay had a few questions for us. So I'm going to ask you those questions now.
Okay.
So one, he said, what is your favorite part of creating Moonlight Justice, and what is a goal for the future you'd like to achieve?
Okay. I think one of my favorite parts about creating Moonlight Justice is the conversations. I know that could be like a simple answer, but like I enjoy getting to hear people talk about what they love, essentially.
Right.
And then on top of that, getting to hear their perspective. At times it can help me like form a new perspective or see something in a new light that I hadn't before. So I really enjoy a lot of the conversations and the dialogue that we create and even curate here.
Yes.
Because I feel like it creates a space where people can kind of be themselves.
Yeah.
So keep it simple and short and sweet and cute. So I really love that aspect, like the conversations. I know that's probably like a typical answer, but like it really it can foster a really good environment and like a really good community.
That's a good answer. I love it.
Thank you.
And what future goal would you like us to achieve?
I want to do a panel with you, G. Like,
yeah.
I would love to do. I would love to like to go to a convention and like do a panel where we're like talking about, I don't know, like how to make a podcast, or just talking about Sailor Moon in general. That maybe bringing one of the talking points that we've had as an episode, like to the quote unquote IRL and like going in depth for like an hour about it. I don't know,
Yeah,
but I think that'd be really cool. And then
yeah, I'd love to make it kind of like, an immersive kind of like a live podcast episode where we are actually asking people
Mhm.
in person, like, hey, like this is not just you sit up here and listen to us, like, like how did you get in the Sailor Moon? Because everybody's different, everybody's journey
Right.
is different.
Mhm.
Who's your favorite Senshi? Who's your favorite? Like we want to, like, I think that's what makes us stand out. It's like, we, as much as we would love to have like voice actors and seiyuu and crew members and stuff on the podcast, I think that when we are connecting with your everyday Sailor Moon fan, it just lends like kind of it's like holding up a mirror to the Sailor Moon community. Like, this is you, this is who you represent, and it's like, and even though we all have different perspectives and likes and dislikes about Sailor Moon, it's like it's like it's all a reflection of the diversity of the community.
Mhm.
And I think people resonate with that. When you mentioned it when Jay was talking about it in the Sea of Serenity Discord, like I was surprised that there were people in the Discord that actually listened to us.
Right? Like, oh, like when I saw that link drop from I think Higuri, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
no.
right. Because I was like, oh, Z shared it on the Discord, and I went, and I was like, oh, that wasn't Z, that was someone else. Like, oh wait,
Yeah.
like oh, this the YouTube link. Y'all watch this on YouTube?
Yeah. That genuinely shocked me. Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very interesting, and yes, that Nerd Dave, we do want to have you on.
Yes. PGSM enthusiast, we would
Yes.
love to have you on.
Absolutely.
Please.
So Jay said his next question was, if you could bring back one cast member from any Sailor Moon musical and have them play a role in the Super Live, who would it be?
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start with Hansa because she was supposed to play. I know. She was supposed to play Queen Serenity in Prism on Ice, and that got robbed. Robbed. We were robbed. Oh my gosh! So immediately bring her back. I don't know how that will work for Super Live, but bring her back to play a Queen Serenity type role, even if it's just her voiceover or something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Every day I think about Prism on Ice and how we were robbed such a beautiful cast. But I would love to bring her back.
Okay.
I can't remember her name, but the first Jupiter within the Melke run, I think it's like Yu. I think her name's Yu. I would love to see her play Jupiter again because I really loved her take on Jupiter, and I think with the type of songs and vibe that this show has, it would be so fun to see her portray Jupiter in that light, and Makoto too in that light.
Yes.
I don't think. And Fumina. I would say Fumina as well. Fumina, I would love to see her play Serenity too in this type of light. I think she plays a really good, like, mature Usagi. So I think she'd be a wonderful Serenity. I think it'd be fun to see Yuga play Mamoru again, specifically for his songs. Like, I would love to see her take on both Mamoru's song and Tuxedo Mask's song. I'm gonna separate the two. I'd love to see her takes on those songs in particular. And like scanning through all the Bandai people I know.
There's so many.
There's so many. You know what? A wild card. I'd love to see Cheiko Kawabe come back on stage and do something, even if she wasn't like Mercury.
Right.
I'd love to see her do something again in the Super Live because the tone. I keep saying tone, but like the tone of this Super Live, like it really is very anime, and even to a degree, you could like say like it has some PGSM bits here and there. And with like, I think of how like she performed Sakura Kiss, which is the opening the Oran High School Host Club, I think this would be her vibe, 100%. So, final answer.
Okay, so you got me thinking, you got me cogging here. I would like to see. So I'm going to tie this in with the last question about what I would like to see in a Super Live. Like, I would like to see more stories, like you were saying. So, like, for what I would like to see and what cast I would bring back, I would like to see them do the Black Moon Clan.
Oh my god!
I could see Yuga as King Endymion and Riona as Tuxedo.
Please.
So can you imagine that duet right there?
Oh, I would cry.
I would probably bring back Anza or Satomi as Neo Queen Serenity.
Ooh.
Or Anza as Neo Queen Serenity and Satomi as Black Lady.
Ooh, that would be fun.
And I think Mikako would be a good Emerald or Esmeralda.
I need to see that actually, because I think she would play that so well.
Yes. Just the versatility, like between playing Sailor Pluto and Tuxedo Mask, and specifically evil Tuxedo Mask, I think that she could pull that off. I would love to see Hikari Ono return as Prince Demand.
Oh please. Oh my gosh, that would actually be really iconic. Wait.
I'm not sure who I would cast for like Rubius or Saphir. I would bring back the Inner Senshi from the Lyrical Conquista through Una Voyage as the Ayakashi sisters.
Oh my goodness.
Because we have not seen them in a Nelke stage since Bandai. Like, they have not appeared since Bandai. So it's like for me, it's like, rather than maybe like in lieu of Rubius and Saphir, it would be the Ayakashi sisters and Prince Demand. I think that would probably be a good way to kind of like mix up the cast and bring back some more cast members and stuff like that.
That would be fun. I love your mind. I love that a lot.
So, and Jay wants to know. He said, if you have seen the London show by now, in parentheses, and you have, how would you compare it? So how would you compare it to the US version? And is there anyone in the London cast that stood out to you? So I know that you kind of briefly touched that you did like the UK version better than the US version, and the US versions like seemingly had an off day. So I know that the comparison is there.
Yeah.
So like from the London or UK show, would you have them, like, who stood out to you in the UK version in comparison to the US version?
Usagi. I had to look up names. So Yui Yokoyama plays Usagi in the One Piece cast. I love her Usagi so much. It's very cutesy, she's very fun, but she knows how to get serious. Her emotional range I liked, and I like her voice a lot. So honestly, I know it's such a cop-out answer saying they were all standouts, but like with me having, and Marissa especially, but like with having not really seen them in these roles before, for the most part, like I think they all perform wonderful. Sufa, I think is probably the biggest one, just because I liked how composed is the word that's coming to mind, but I think she plays a really good like manga Mamoru / Tuxedo Mask.
Okay.
So like I was really watching her. Like, oh my gosh, like she was such a good Mamoru. And then Queen Beryl. Like I love Queen Beryl. Like all of her numbers when she was on stage, attentive. Very attentive. Very attentive.
Yes. My mind was blown when I found out that the US one was Snow Haguya and
that makes so much sense.
In the last musical, because I was like, what?
That makes so much sense.
I had no idea.
Because like the songs were like her songs, which I think you had touched on this, like they're very, I say jazzy and have like a rock tone to them, which is a bit different, I guess, from how most Beryl songs would be. And
Correct.
she glides on those songs. Like that is her element, that's her zone. And I think it fits for like a Kaguya villain to do her and to do that tone of songs, because the songs for her, especially in Chronicle, kind of felt like that anyways. So like, oh my goodness, yeah,
it was. I was saying, like, this is probably one of my top favorite portrayals of Beryl.
Same.
Because it was upbeat, it was funny.
Yes.
But still, like, it was just like she still had the weight of a villain. Like, she wasn't like, cartoonish. She was like a multifaceted person, very very much akin to kind of like PGSM Beryl.
Yes.
Where it's just like, it's just like an elevation of the character where it's like she's not just evil. There's a humanization to her, and it's like the fact that they were able to bring that out of this character who has been portrayed so many different ways. And and I always like compare her to, because the Le Reconquista version of Beryl is on my top 2, so it's like she's like number 1 and Super Live is like number 2, because and I compare the two because in Le Reconquista she's angry, she's melancholic, she's operatic. And my thing is, like, I can't say that she was funny, but she was, like, she had her moment too, but I think it was also like in conjunction with the Badayama character too.
Yeah,
so
I know exactly what scene you're thinking about.
Yes.
Because that's what came to mind.
Right. So I think that, and I guess for me, it's like, had they had merged those two together to like kind of like enhance Beryl's role, I think it would have been on par with the Super Live.
Yeah.
So, given everything that we have talked about and that you have watched the US and the UK version of the show, what questions do you have now? Like, are there any new questions or any new things that came to mind watching the Super Live firsthand?
Oh my goodness. Did I have any questions? I have to go back through the depths of my mind. Like, was I questioning anything as I was watching? Well, I feel like if I was, then it got answered like 10 minutes down the road. Like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I can't really think of any.
Yeah, I was just wondering, because I know that these questions were based off of, like, you trying to get a better understanding and a sense of the show. And now that you have a better understanding and a sense of the show for seeing it firsthand and seeing both versions, mind you, I wasn't sure if there was anything else that kind of like stood out to you, or anything that you didn't see in the recording that I may have seen live in person.
Ooh, good question.
It was very interesting to see, like when I was talking to Jay, because we both went to the Chicago show, but we didn't see each other. So it was really cool comparing the notes and stuff like that. And agreeing about the inappropriate laughter, because I was like, it can't.
Oh my goodness, that is one thing that I found interesting with the US show, like hearing the audience and like The etiquette is so different.
Yes.
Because, like, over here, it's like a graduation. We're going to clap
Right.
after every single name, every single song. But I'll say compared to, like, the UK recording, look around, everybody on mute. Like, it was quiet. So, like, you could hear all the songs and see everything happening. I say juxtaposed to the US for, like, we're going to give you your flowers, as the songs are happening. And I guess it's like the last shows that kind of makes sense. But
Right.
I was thinking about that. Like, why would you laugh at these parts? Because I'm imagining it's the romantic sections that got giggles and chuckles. I didn't
Yes.
find anything funny with that personally. I thought they were very, like, endearing
didn't
moments,
either.
I guess. Like,
Very endearing, very in line with the story, and I think it's because we've probably seen it so much. And it's like, I don't know if it was kind of like, oh, this is inappropriate, tee hee hee, or is it like,
Or
oh my
like
gosh, this is
nervous,
actually
like,
happening, like, oh
yeah.
my gosh, tee hee hee, And I guess for me and Jay, it was just off-putting it, and I filed that under being spoiled from watching Miyu without, without like the audience like really interacting, because it's like the only time you really hear the audience in the Miyu is on the encore version of the show, not during the show itself. So you're able to hear all the songs, and it's usually the big numbers that get that applause, especially like at the end of like the first act. But it was never in such a way where it was disruptive or disrespectful or anything like that. And and I was like, in defense of American audiences, we brought the energy. Like, it was just like,
100%.
we brought the energy.
I think it
We were very
elevated
excited.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have been the same way, low key. Like, oh, can we clap here? Okay, I'm gonna clap here since everybody else is, because you sang that song, girl. You ate down,
Right.
okay? Like,
Yeah, it was just like listening to We Are Pretty Guardians or We Are Sailor Guardians.
oh, yeah.
It was just like, soon as like, it was just like they did champion courage, intelligence, love, and the audience went wild, and I was like, that's just the first part of the song.
Yeah.
And then Sailor Moon comes in and she does her first verse, and then she says her name, and everybody loses it, like, oh my god.
Yep.
And then they quiet down for the next verse, and then they say their name and they're attacking.
I will say something that I said throughout watching this is that, maybe it's a good thing they didn't come to the Deep South, because I would have been a mess watching this in person. I would have been a mess real bad.
I really wish they had like an official soundtrack sold as part of the merchandise, because it would have been good to have.
It would have been so nice to have, like, to hear like the studio recordings of these songs.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, because you're about to do this show again in October. Make a soundtrack. I know you have it on a laptop somewhere. Release it. Release it.
Yeah, and I guess it's just like I guess because it's like a costly thing to do soundtrack, so we didn't get any soundtracks from the Nelke except for a few select songs from Amor Eternal and from Le Mouvement Finale.
Yeah.
And they are auto-tuned.
Very.
Down.
Very, very auto-tuned.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Please pull a Bandai again. Like, soundtracks go hard. I'm so happy that they released like all the soundtracks and like memorial albums for that set of Muse. If y'all did that again, because imagine if hearing this. If y'all did that again, y'all will be ranking in. That's all I gotta say. You'll be ranking in. You'll be getting a lot of streams.
Yes, for sure. Yeah,
Like,
even if it's just like a Spotify release, I'd be happy with that.
Oh my gosh, literally, like what they did with the Kaguya. Like, literally. Or like, I don't want to say I'd even take the instrumentals, because that's what they did with the previous Super Live, and that was not enough for me, low-key. But
right.
Just please, you have people that would listen. You do. 2 of them are right here.
Okay, so I have another question for you.
Oh, okay.
Did you see the original Super Live?
I did not. I've only ever seen
like bits and pieces.
Of course, yeah, like Watashi Tachi and Sailor Guardians, because that is
Okay.
on YouTube. I've only ever seen that, so that's the only song I know, like, full context of. And just any
The
press
original
videos,
song,
which
yeah.
is,
Okay.
and just press videos, which typically contain that song and, like, Moonlight Densetsu, so, like.
Okay. So, which was better, the costumes in the original Super Live or the Super Live 2025? And which song was better, the original Sailor Guardian battle song from the original Super Live or the new song in the 2025 version? You're like, don't make me compare, G.
Literally, don't make me compare, because I like both for differing reasons. Like, both costumes serve a good functionality, but I guess if I had to pick, as much as I do love, like, the 2019 Super Live costumes, I really do love what they did with 2025. Like, I think it's a very elegant, simplistic take on a Sailor Fuku.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got its shininess, it's got its flashiness here and there.
It's kind of
And
similar to Kiara Super Live.
Yeah, like it's subtleties. Like it's not like it can read from far away. Like, okay, you can tell this is who this character is.
Yes.
And then it just looks very functional. Like, you're able to do your spins. There's a scene where, like, Mercury got thrown by Tuxedo Mask, and she could take the hit. Like,
yeah,
I think it serves very well as a costume in those aspects. In terms of songs, ooh, oh goodness, because I love Watashi Tachi Sailor Guardian real
Right.
bad, like real bad, and both songs also give the attack sequence. That's something that I didn't discover until later with Watashi Tachi, that they sing like a attack sequence, if I recall correctly. But
okay, I did not know that because I've only heard the instrumental.
oh my goodness, yeah. And I genuinely only know this because I kept rewatching, and with Mercury, she ends up like shining Aqua Misto. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
that's an attack of hers. Oh, okay. So
Oh.
yeah, so they end their song with an attack. But
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, I have no idea how the song is structured whatsoever.
Oh, let me send you a link after this. I got you. Like, I show that song during my panels. But I think, oh my goodness, I really can't pick, because I feel like both songs say what they need to say, especially with the tone that's set for that musical. But I think I gotta go with "We Are Sailor Guardians." I think I gotta go with that one a little bit more, because I like how they start off by saying like their
aspects.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. And then like the music kicks up, and then
Yeah.
they're singing, and then they like got their intelligence, the courage. Yeah, like, oh my goodness, like yes, okay, period, yes.
Okay, so aside from Mamoru / Tuxedo Mask,
Guys,
who is your favorite?
who's my favorite?
Yes.
Like, out of the two,
Out of just in general, like which like character was your favorite? Like, or yes, actually from both, because I know that both are kind of different for you. So, who were
Oh
your
my
standout favorites from UK, and who were your standout favorites from US? I know Tuxedo Mask is one, so it's like a fan.
absolutely.
And there's only one villain, so you can't help. So Queen Barrel's an automatic favorite. Tuxedo Mask is an automatic favorite. So which one of the Senshi did you like from each version of the show?
Okay, so I mentioned that I like Usagi Yui. I
Yes.
also love Riko's Usagi. I love seeing her play Sailor Moon again. I
Yes.
love this, like, not this innocence, but she brings this youthfulness to Usagi, and I hear it
Yes.
in her voice, especially when she sings. Like,
Right.
she is such a beautiful, bright Usagi, like both as Usagi and Sailor Moon, and she just brings this emotional depth that it's just so fresh in the best way possible. She was a
She
really big
almost sounds
standout
like
for me.
Marina in a sense.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. That's what it is. That's literally what it is. She gives Marina vibes real bad. real bad. See, now I'm gonna be thinking about that for the rest of the day. Marina vibes, real bad.
And maybe that's one of the reasons, like, why,
Yeah.
like, she just brings that nostalgia, because I didn't realize that until you start talking about her personality. And I was like, well, like, now that I think about it, she sounds like Marina.
Yes, 100%. Like Marina close to the end of the Bandai run, 100%.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! See, I'm about to start making edits.
Now I want to see her sing Moonlight Justice.
Please. You know what? I hope that happens, that she sings Moonlight Justice, because I think she'd eat that song up bad, real bad. Because she just, I don't know, she was a big standout for me for the US show. I know Mercury, or like the consensus for Mercury, has been a standout for like a lot of people that have seen the show, and I gotta agree. I love Mercury. I love Venus as well. I mean, what's Venus's name? Marine. Venus.
Okay. Yes.
Her Venus. I think it was fun to see her play a Venus that, like, is like the leader, and of course the Sailor V and whatnot. Because like the Venus that she played before, it was like very 90s anime, like happy-go-lucky, So seeing her play like a more, I don't want to say serious, because Venus still had like her happy, not so serious moments in this, but like seeing her take on that type of narrative of Venus was really, really cool, and I think she did that very well, in my opinion.
I
agree. I think those are my 3 Senshi standouts, honestly. I loved Rico, I love Mercury, and then I love Marine.
Yeah, I have to agree. Those are my tops as well. So Mercury was definitely a standout for me. I really could not take my eyes off of her, and I think it was just like the cast in general too, because it's just like, oh my gosh, you're the Kaguya cast, and oh my gosh,
they all complement each other really well.
So yeah, I think that's it for now. We have talked a lot, and this hour went by so fast.
So dang fast.
But I appreciate you taking the time to do this bonus episode with me, because I was really happy. Like, I was so geeked when I heard that it was going to be on YouTube. I sent you the link. I was like, look!
That was the first thing I saw.
Now it is your chance. It is your opportunity.
It's your chance. Take this chalice of hope.
Right. And even you were like, I'm going to watch it. You're going to interview me.
Literally, like, just fully planning it out. Like, yeah, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. I'm going to enjoy it. We're going to rock and roll with this. We're going to vibe. We're going to love it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, thank you, Z, for taking the time to record this bonus episode, and I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Same.
All right. This Moonlight Justice is a fan podcast dedicated to hit anime friends.
It's okay.
We, your Sailor hosts, abide by the power of 3. The power of 3 are principles we abide by. Did I just say that twice? No, I did not. I just messed myself up for no reason.
That's okay, you were checking yourself.
1. Practice controversy with civility. We will respectfully discuss our...